Hi everybody, it's Talia here from the Climbing Tree. I have a video for you today talking about the zero waste changes we have made in June and July this year. So it's nearly the end of July while I'm filming this, and hopefully I can get this up in the next few days, though I'm like pretty good at filming videos, terrible at putting them online, terrible. So who knows, when you'll get to see this, but hopefully soon. I wanted to do a vlog to go with a blog post, so if you want to read this rather than watch it, there will be a link below, so you can just go straight to the blog post. And yeah, let's just get started. I divide this up into a few categories and I've made some notes, so if I'm looking to the side, I'm checking my notes. Also, if you want to see where we were up to before these changes, you can go and look at the May blog post, which I'll link in the description box, so that you can find out the changes that we made in May. And really the beginning of May was when we started getting serious about the zero waste stuff. And so we're coming to the end of 3 months. And I think we've made some really good changes. I'm feeling really positive about the changes that we are making and the direction that we're headed, though I'm aware that we still have a long way to go. So let's just start and look at some of the changes we've made specifically in June and July. In general, we did a bit of traveling this month, and so I did have a go at putting together a cutlery kit to take with us overseas. And that sort of worked. It was definitely handy to have our straws and our straw cleaner and some spoons and stuff like this. But mostly we didn't eat like takeaway food anyway. We were eating like at home, or we ate in a restaurant kind of thing. So it wasn't super necessary, but it was fun to put together. And I found some very cute little calico bags. I guess they were meant to be like pencil cases from Riot Art and Craft here in Australia, and so that was pretty good. We also had a go at, well, sort of use this Plastic Free July as a chance to up our game. I was woefully unprepared for this because we did not get back into the country until like the 2nd of July, and it was, yeah, I didn't do very well. I think it would have been a great opportunity to have just said no to lots of things that had plastic on them or used plastic, but instead I didn't really do that, and I regret that. One thing I did do in this Plastic Free July though was signed up to a zero waste course run by Spiral Garden, and you can also go do this course, and it's just like a 4-week course. You just, I don't know if you can hear my kids, they're squawking like birds. Anyway, it's a 4-week course. It's very reasonably priced. You can join their Facebook group if you have Facebook, to like be supported in your journey. And yeah, you can go and also do that course. I've had a flip through all of the weeks and I've read through the introduction, and so I'm about to do a bin audit soon, so that we can just, I did this back at the beginning of May when we first started doing this, and that was good, but I feel like now we need to do it again to just be updated again on what is happening, and yeah, like what we are actually still using that we need to improve on. The other thing Luke and I did is we went to a talk hosted by The Source Bulk Foods, with Anita. Her handle is Rocket Science, if you want to find her on Instagram and whatnot. She is an Australian. She lives partly in Sydney and partly in San Francisco, I think. And she is literally a rocket scientist. and she's studying to be a doctor as well. And so she is a very smart woman, and we really enjoyed her presentation. And I bought her book, which is 30 Days to Living Less or something like this. Anyway, you should definitely get that, because I think this is a really great book and a great place to start too. So I'm looking forward to getting some tips from her book on how to improve and take some more steps forward. They're all the general things. In our kitchen, some of the improvements that I made was I continued to do all the things from May, which included things like I buy my fruit and veg from a shop here in Brisbane called Charlie's Fruit and Veg, and I just request they deliver it to me, which I think is actually a better option than me going there, because it's a little way away and they deliver all over the place. You know, it's better for the truck to go and deliver to place to place to place to place than it is from all of us to go there and back. You know, it's a lesser carbon footprint as a whole. And I just write that I want no plastic, and really it's only like sometimes, and not even all herbs, just like parsley, I think I do get in a plastic bag, but possibly that's the only one. And then I do order garlic, and that does come in that like meshy plastic bag thing. So I think that's usually all the plastic I get with that, which I'm really happy with. They just use brown paper bags to put like my snow peas or, you know, loose things like that into. So I'm really happy with them. Also, I get Ugly Fruit and Veg from them. They have a great selection, and actually I think that my fruit and veg this fortnight was nearly 100% Ugly Fruit and Veg. And I've never had any problem with it staying in my fridge and lasting a long time. There's nothing wrong with it either. Sometimes you do just get like one huge zucchini instead of like a few zucchinis, but that's part of it, right? Like that's fine. I just literally cut the zucchini, use the amount that I need, and I put the rest in the fridge. I actually use like a beeswax wrap around the end. That is something I will need to do next month, actually, is like reactivate or whatever a few of my beeswax wraps that are getting old. I've had them for quite a while now, and they just, because I made them myself, they probably weren't the best quality. So anyway, another thing we did in our kitchen is I made spaghetti from scratch, because we have a lot of pasta options at the bulk food store, but spaghetti is not one of them. And my eldest son, his favorite pasta is spaghetti, and so I decided I'd just make it from scratch, because it does taste way better, right? Like if you've ever made your own pasta, you know that it just tastes so much better. And you know, I wanted to do that. It's easy to freeze too. I thought that I was going to do a big batch of it, and then because it's so delicious, everyone just ate all of it. So that didn't work. But it is easy to freeze, and I think that going forward, I might do that. There was, I think it's maybe Brilla brand or something like this. You know, it's like in a blue box. It starts with B, I'm pretty sure. And it's just a cardboard box for their spaghetti, but with a little plastic window. So if I'm desperate, I could use that. But if I can make it myself, the eggs are totally fine. The shells are compostable. You can use it for other things in your garden and whatnot. The egg box is compostable. The flour that I buy, I'm using the flour, and the bag is made out of paper, so I can compost that as well. So it's a really great zero waste food. Yeah. Also, in this 2 months, I bought a new compost bin because our old ones were full. We do have a lot of people in our family, I guess, you know, 2 adults and 3 kids, and so my kids love fruit and vegetables, mostly fruit. And so we do have a lot of like cores and scraps and stuff like this. So we use our compost bin a lot. I'm finally getting on top of it. I think it almost deserves like a blog post or a vlog or something, because I've learned a lot from composting, and I've tried it many times and I've failed, but I'm finally on top of it this time. So I'm really stoked with that. It's looking really good and I'm really excited to use it soon. We got a new Keep Cup because I had one that my brother and sister-in-law had given me for Sukkot last year, and I love it. It's beautiful glass with cork and a grey lid. It's really nice. It's Keep Cup brand. What I found and what I realized is that Luke and I always go out for coffee together. I don't usually go out for coffee by myself because I don't drink coffee. So it's really more of a social thing for me. And then usually we sit down and have it. So I wasn't using my Keep Cup heaps, but when I did want to use it, we both wanted to use it. So we need to get another one just so that we had that. And I got a really nice pottery one that I got from Biome, but subsequently after buying that, I found tons of beautiful ones that I would probably rather have, but I decided I'm just going to get some nice mugs. Just, you know, mugs break sometimes in our house. So yeah, that's, you know, I'm not going to replace the mugs I have, but when I need to replace them, because if they're broken or something, I'm going to get beautiful pottery ones with nice glaze and oh, delicious. I can't wait. The other thing I did kitchen wise is that the fruit and veg store that I buy from had really cheap ugly tomatoes, and so I bought a huge amount of them. I bought like, it wasn't huge, I must have bought like 6 or 7 kilos though, like it was quite a lot. And I dedicated myself to cutting them all up and cooking them all down and then putting them into glass jars and freezing them so that I could potentially use less tinned tomatoes and just have that ready, and you know, not have to buy a new, even though it's a glass jar, it's still excess glass, right? If I buy pasta sauce or something and I like it better made myself, I know exactly what's in it. So I did that, and that was pretty good. The 2 things we did in the bathroom, and these are the last things, was that I bought a safety razor, and yes, I cut myself when I used it. Not too badly, but it's interesting to use. It's heavy. It's almost like very luxurious feeling to use it. And yeah, I like it. I'm kind of scared using it, but I think as I get better, it'll be fine. And the other thing we did is we got shampoo bars. We actually won these, or not won them. We got given them as like a freebie because we asked a question at that event that I mentioned at the beginning. And so I have used it once and I did not like it, but we still have tons of shampoo left in the bottles. So, well, not tons, we're running low now actually. So I need to sort of give it another go, and that's kind of my recommendation too. If you are going to try some new product like a shampoo bar, is to try it out while you still have some regular shampoo left, so that if it doesn't work for you, you're not going and buying a new bottle of shampoo and then thinking, oh well, now I'm going to have this for a month or however long. Anyway, that's what we have been doing, the zero waste changes we've been making in June and July. As I'm reading through this book, the Zero Waste, 30 Days to Zero Waste, or whatever it is, and doing the Spiral Garden course, I'm really hoping that we can make a lot more changes. And I'm specifically interested in the Spiral Garden course. I noticed that they have like conversation starters for a family meeting, and they have like links to different resources and things to watch. And Leora and I have been watching a few zero waste TED Talks and documentaries and things, but I'm really keen to read through those because they, the ones that Spiral Garden recommends, because I think that they should be really good for kids and stuff as well. So looking forward to having that conversation and getting everybody really on board. Thanks for watching, guys. Definitely like, subscribe, whatever you want to do if you liked it, and I hope to see you again soon. Let me know in the comments what zero change waste option things you have been doing this month and what you plan to do next month. See ya.